Hello, everybody, and welcome to E3 Memories from New Show Plus with MinnMax. MinnMax is a place about games, friends, and getting better. My name is Ben Hansen, joined by Jeff Marchiafava.
That's me.
That's right, and that's me, M-I-I, on the screen. What we're doing here, each and every week, we let $10 supporters at patreon.com/MinnMax2ns decide our fate, determine exactly what's happening with our lives. So we had a poll this week. You have the option of continuing E3 Memories, go back and look at another press conference, or a bunch of other things. Oh boy, we'd play multiverses. We would have a 3DS game showdown. We would, what was the fourth one, Jeff? I'm sure it was great. But the point is, everybody wanted us to go back and experience more wonderful E3 memories by watching E3 2008 from Nintendo, the infamous press conference.
How could you not want this?
I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't know if I watched it live. Do you know if you've seen E3 2008 from Nintendo?
I can't remember.
No one can remember, but we're going to find out. This is E3 2009. Don't be confused. We're going right for the jugular here. And again, if you enjoy this type of content, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We always appreciate that. And if you want to influence our fate directly, you can go to patreon.com/MinnMax with 2 N's, support us, and you can vote for what new show we create or continue in the future. All right. You ready to go, Jeffem? E3 2008? All right.
Ready.
Okay. Time and place. Let's see. I am in college, junior year of college. Cool. Swinging bachelor. Just peak anxiety and dweebishness.
Oh, that doesn't sound right. Okay, that sounds more accurate.
What's 2008 for you?
I can visualize that.
Yes.
2008, I may have been an intern at Game Informer.
Really? I always
or else
forget
it was
that
the
you were
next
intern.
year. I think I started in 2009.
So you might have... Okay, so you probably weren't covering this for Game Informer.
If I was there, I would have been an intern, I think, and they didn't have us work because everyone still went to the show except for like Jeff Polk and Nick Ahrens.
Of course, of course. Thank you, KJ, for the big sub on Twitch, by the way. If you're watching on YouTube, we'd always appreciate it if you followed us on Twitch. There's a link below in the description. It's a piece of cake. All right, here we go. On with the show. This is it. As always, let us know what the volume is, everybody. Thanks to Cars Lock for this rip on YouTube of IGN's video. It's all an incestuous circle from hell, but... Oh, boy. Different era, huh? This was back when everyone was happy playing games. This was before people just went on Twitter and complained about games all day. Am I right, Internet? Come on, look at this. We could get to this point again. Right? Where we're all smiling and still images and Dutch camera work. What the hell was that? Zooming in on a jumpsuit of Mario?
Old people playing Wii. That was accurate.
That's right. Super Paper Mario. Little shout out there. Gamers being gamers. I assume she was playing WarioWare Smooth Moves and it wasn't a confused grandma who thought that she had to eat a Wii Remote to survive. My pills! What a heartwarming montage. Yeah, look, Lucas, you get it. This is back when people didn't care about ray tracing. Hell yeah. Ray tracing is not a thought in anybody's brain right now. They're focused on the big election coming up. Looks like a lot of John McCain fans here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Promise to
welcome
keep the world.
That was
Executive
definitely
Vice
John
President of
McCain
Sales
music.
and Marketing for Nintendo of
John
America,
McCain rock music.
That's
Cameron
right.
Dunaway.
Who are you? Boof, this music.
Good morning. Well, as you can see, my name is not Reggie.
Boo!
But these
No,
days, I
please.
do have a lot in common with my boss. We're both having a lot of fun. How can you not be happy when your job every day is
know
to
that's
get
not
up
true.
and think about video games?
I know that's not true,
In
ma'am.
fact, just
No,
like the people
she's a
you saw in the
dirty
opening
liar.
video,
I respect her
I
role,
can't stop
but
smiling.
that I hate
Now,
that crap.
Of course, as a mom, it helps
She's
to
like
be at a company
in
like
a
Nintendo.
cutthroat stressful
Davis said,
corporate
and my
job
Mother's
that
Day
you
card
can
this
have the
year,
nerve to be like, hey,
Mom,
it's just video
I
games.
love you more than anything. And not just because
The
you
volume
bring me all
really
the video
popped in a
games.
gross way.
Now, how could that not put a smile on my face?
You're
I can
not
also
you're not coming across as
testify
human. And
that
look, I don't want to judge
playing
anybody
video
on stage. I know
games
it.
is
Speaking of
probably
nerves, I
a
mean that's
safer
as bad as
way
you can get.
to
But
impress your kids than some other things I've tried. Now, for example, here I am at Whistler this winter trying out snowboarding.
she's connecting with the common
And
people
I
about her
thought
trips
that
to
that
Whistler.
made me a really cool mom. At least until the last run of the day, when through some absolutely
Yes, no, maybe Joe said, I felt so bad watching E3 2009 when Cam Denway was very serious, like the internet sucked her soul out.
Oh,
Hey, you're
really?
doing it again, Hanson.
You're right. You're right.
Cut her some slack.
More
Look how
family
happy she
photos.
was. Look how fake happy she was back in 2008.
Lost. And I can tell you, it is one long ride down the mountain when you're being pulled by the ski patrol.
I mean,
What I discovered that day
She's just
is
talking
that
about getting
snowboarding
hurt
is really
skiing.
a lot
With
harder
snowboarding?
than it looks.
I bet
But
that
the
slays
fact
at,
is,
business
I don't
conferences,
like a
Yeah.
global
smile
business
taken off my
conferences.
face.
SLEIGHS.
And I also really don't
I don't know.
like giving up.
Okay.
So
You know,
I decided. that
Reggie
as a
went out there. He had
snowboarder,
his punchy line
all
about, "Hey,
I
I'm here
really
to
needed
take
was a little
names
help
and
from a friend.
kick your ass to the curb," whatever the hell he
really
said.
Talented friend.
Keep it punchy is
And
my
I'm
tip for
smiling again
people.
today because I think I've found the perfect.
Like the
answer.
year when he was talking about the game and how it controls us all and the game is life and
Oh, play the game. Oh, Secret Shaun White. Okay, so there. See, it did tie into something, Jeff. Oh my
That's right.
God. He's been hiding on
I
stage
remember when
this
he
whole
falls
time.
off stage and breaks his wrist.
I'll make the next one.
Hang on, he's actually playing? I just would assume this is nonsense, but I guess if he bailed
Heck
out
no,
already.
dude. Cam should be standing behind him with a baseball bat and just hit him every time his character falls down.
That's smart. Do you think Shaun White would have been into snowboarding if he was born with the last name like Sean Purple? Because it's pretty crazy
Ladies
that
and
white is
gentlemen,
like the
please help
defining
me in
color of
welcoming the
snowboarding.
gold medalist in the men's half pipe at the 2006
Right.
Torino Olympics.
Look how big the
Mr.
word
Shaun
white is
White.
there.
Hi.
Hi.
are you?
Janet asks, how
God,
afraid
it
would you
looks
be
like
playing
you're
a game
having
live on
fun.
stage at
Yeah,
E3?
that's
Oh,
all.
10 out of 10.
I know.
10 out of 10.
Warming up.
I can't
Okay,
handle
now,
playing games
I
on Twitch without
understand
having a
from the
mental
guys at
breakdown.
UB that they developed
I would
this
just be
game
nervous
from the
being
ground
up there in
to
my
really take
bare
advantage
feet. What's he
of
doing?
the new
Yeah.
balance board from Wii.
All right,
Well,
perverts, there you go. If you
You
ever
know,
wanted to
once
see
you put
Shaun
the
White's
board
feet.
involved, it just enhances the gameplay.
Well, I think to
for
play the
me,
game, they
it's
encourage you
so
to strip your
unbelievable
socks
because when
off.
I'm actually on my snowboard, I lean forward to go faster.
Yeah.
And just like on the game, you go fast when you tuck and all your spins, and it's really cool.
Oh, it looks great.
Yeah.
How
Now,
much?
what other kind of
How much
input
did he
you
make
give
off
the
that
team
game?
to really
Seriously, like
capture some
amount
of the-
I mean, a lot of
deposited
the stuff
in
for me was
his
just kind of
checking
describing what
account
it's like
for the
me,
game
because when I'm up in the
licensing
air, I
and
see
this
a totally
appearance.
different view
What is that
than everybody
total, do you
else gets
think?
to see. So I had that input and just, I don't know, just overall how
have
the
no
mountain should
idea.
look, and it was really fun.
Because I know
Well, I've also been
for
told
Tony
that
Hawk.
pretty much anybody
Whoa.
can just jump on the board and
Yeah.
go.
For Tony
I
Hawk
don't know if you heard my
4,
opening, but
Tony
I-
Hawk
I'd
made
love to
like
give
tens
it a
and tens
try.
of
You can bring
millions.
it on, all
All
right.
right.
So I'm guessing for this
How
he
many times
probably.
in my life am I going to be able to get pointed?
I'm gonna go with
you're right.
225,000.
I'll give you some tips.
Okay, let's see. Let's get my board
But that's
going here.
that's 2008 money.
Calibrate.
Wait, she's showing her
yeah.
dirty feet on the stage too.
I
Hey
think
man,
What
she's
event
just
should
having
we try, do
fun
you
like
think?
the rest of the gamers out there.
I guess so.
Oh man, that's your event, right? I've never done
Oh,
this.
you are me right now.
Okay. Oh, I'm you. Okay, I'll try to do so.
All right. There you go. That's a method. Send me just the view from the camera. They're so cool.
Do you think she's playing this then?
All right. Make me look good now. All right.
There's no way. This has to be a video. Am I too cynical too
I
soon
should
then?
get some lessons from you.
You're very
This is so silly.
Close up feet shots. Oh my god.
Look
Quentin
out,
Tarantino
internet.
would
Got
be
it.
loving this
There you go.
camera direction.
This press conference was actually shot
Came
by
down the
Quentin
wall, there you go.
Tarantino.
See, the more you go down the wall, the faster
Jeff,
you go, the
I'm not
bigger you
proud
go
of
out,
this.
Just like for me in real life.
But I did buy a Wii Fit board within the last couple of weeks. Because I went to a used game store.
nice run. That's
And they
all
had a
right,
whole
man.
stack of them. And I'm like, hey, how much for those Wii Fit boards? He's like,
That's not bad.
look, it says
That was
20. Give me 10. I'll give it to you.
All right, I didn't hurt my wrist.
And I'll give you
Sean,
a
thank
bunch
you
of
so
games
much.
for
It
it
was
too.
great
Just get it out of the
fun.
store,
Appreciate you
basically.
being
So I'm like,
here.
See you
maybe
guys.
in the future we can do a new show plus about some
we
sort of
go.
Wii Fit balance board, or hell, maybe
Now,
snowboarding
all of
game.
you can have as much fun as I just had, making your own runs down when this game arrives.
So Cam sold you on it, is
exclusively
what you're
for
saying.
Wii
That's right.
By year end.
She did her job.
She really did.
Now, if
I thought of
everyone
her.
would please welcome me.
Can we get a
in
Barefoot
joining
New Show Plus? That's a
Nintendo's
great point. We need
global
more
president,
pervy
Mr. Satoru
foot stuff for New
Iwata.
Show Plus. Hey, Iwata. I guess you don't feel
Thank
like
you,
applauding Iwata,
Cammy
Jeff. That's
and
interesting.
Sean. And
It's
good morning.
bittersweet, Hanson.
You're right.
You don't applaud bittersweet things.
I guess that's true.
I think everyone recognizes
cool guy.
that a big change, actually a true paradigm shift, has taken place in the global game market.
How's the audio, everybody?
5 years ago,
Rich Bad at
In May
Game says new
2003.
shoe plus.
I addressed
I swear to God,
E3
Jeff,
for the first
I
time
wrote down that
as the
idea
president
about a
of
month ago.
Nintendo.
Because I want to get
I
into
still
sneaker culture and
vividly
stuff, and I thought that'd be a good
recall
name for
that
that
day.
show. Because I think Janet's into
I
sneakers.
knew almost everyone attending held a pessimistic view about Nintendo's future.
Surprisingly honest.
That period was not enjoyable, but I knew that people were
It's
just
easy to be
using what
surprisingly,
seems to
quote
be
unquote,
common sense
surprisingly
view
honest
of
when
the
you can
video game
follow it up
market.
with, and then we sold 500 million
I
Wii.
must
Right,
admit
right.
that even Nintendo employees could not have imagined that 5 years later, the market would have responded so quickly that we could be selling millions of bathroom scales around the world.
He said it. He said the word bathroom scales. Yeah, because this is what, 2 years in the
When
life cycle of the
a true
Wii?
paradigm shift occurs, common sense doesn't seem to make as much sense anymore. And I believe that's what happened in video games. Today, I'd like to spend a few minutes to discuss what has really changed in this new paradigm.
Capital new, as in new
First.
Super Mario Brothers.
We are now selling games which can sell steadily for a long period of time. In the past, it seemed
I love this.
impossible to expect any software to sell for 2 years.
So does the
or
chat,
3
based on
years.
how much they're talking about
But
sneakers right now.
titles like Nintendogs and Brain Age
I don't think I
doing just that.
tell Tales out of school to say that sneakers
Also,
are.
New Super Mario Brothers and Mario Kart DS.
Sorry, everybody.
To
Nintendogs,
use a Western
classic.
term, these products seems to be.
By the way, I shared a
evergreen.
photo of like where I
This,
podcast,
think, is a really
and everyone was
big change.
horrified by like, are those what I think they
Second.
are?
I believe it is.
You should know that
no
every
longer common
podcast I record,
that
I'm wearing these slippers.
players
So
only see
as long as
new
everybody
titles
knows that, it's a
with
very
more
slipper-focused
gorgeous-looking
podcast.
graphics and more sophisticated
this.
content.
Slipper
Slippers
buddies
here too, pal.
Hell yeah,
Of
slipping
course,
them
I
on,
myself
watching
am
a wada,
aware
good gaming.
The old slipcast.
Great numbers
That's
of
right.
Game players around the world do demand.
Janet, I want to do
increasing
that.
Janet's yelling at you for taking your
And
shoes
we
off
at
again,
Nintendo
showing you those feet for
continue to
free.
challenge
Giving it away
ourselves
for
to meet
free.
These needs.
That's paywall content.
Today,
Hang on, genuinely, I'm not trying to be a weirdo, but if we just said, hey, there's a Patreon post and it's just 6 images, and it's just all of our bare feet, would we get, how many new people would support us on Patreon just to access those images?
Look, everybody's throwing up in the comments right
I know
now.
they're throwing up, but seriously, how many? Yeah, 3, says Jake
I'd
Twitch. I think
cancel.
that's right. Okay, look, people would cancel. There's no doubt. It's a dark road to go down. That's true. That's true.
You don't want them pervs.
You don't want the pervs. I think it would be 3 people would jump in on Patreon to see it. And they probably wouldn't even be pervs. They'd be like, this is silly. Right?
I don't know, man. They come in normal. They act normal when they get there, but then they just wait it out for years.
Right.
Before they strike.
Now, Starkiller says, I will make my Wall of Heroes image your feet if you post them. Hey, that's a... Starkiller, that's a dangerous road you want to go down. If you are at the Wall of Heroes tier, I will send you a picture of my feet, and you can put them on there. That's how it works. Okay.
I mean, you already put it on Instagram, didn't you?
I think I did. Yeah, that's true. Okay,
They're
people
out
don't
there.
like it. People don't like it. Let's focus on Iwata again, please. Somebody asked if either of us had ever met Iwata. No. Did you ever meet Iwata, Jeff?
No.
Okay.
I want
I
to
wish.
let you
I
know
wish.
that our internal team, which creates Mario games, and the one
Janet
that make
Is saying
Zelda
that we
games
need more feet on the Wall of
are
Heroes.
both
The Wall of
hard
Heroes
at
should be
work.
nothing but feet.
they
Interesting.
will bring.
Wall of Toes,
new
she wants to
titles to
rename
Wii.
it. That seems aggressive.
On the other hand, it is also true that games with new concepts like Wii Sports and Wii Fit have received support from
Should be
many
called Wii
customers
Feet.
for entirely different reasons.
Based on those shoes and the lack thereof,
Small
Jeff.
teams with small budgets can capture a worldwide audience
Huh?
if they have a great idea.
Hey,
And
no,
this-
really though. What percentage of people do you think are into feet? Like, let's say Americans
Did you
age
just pause it again for
Yeah.
this?
Age
What conversation?
18
I'm
age-
going to guess one person on this stream that's not
No.
me.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But
Well,
genuinely,
you're asking a lot of feet questions,
because
dude.
I don't understand it. It's the silliest idea. So ages 18 to 50, what percentage of people are like sexually into feet? What percentage?
You're gonna make me. You're gonna make me Google this.
Oh, you think there's an answer? I'm gonna guess.
I'm going incognito for this.
Wow.
Let's see.
What's the opposite of incognito? People say 20. Janet says 25. The hell are you talking about? I'm going 3%. No. Out of every, I think that's 2%. 2% have like a sexual reaction to seeing feet.
All
See,
right, I have the answer for you if you're ready.
well, first,
this-
I don't want to
get
point
rid
fingers.
of this childish guessing.
Janet says,
You don't want what?
I don't want to point fingers, but Janet says it's a very common fetish, which now I'm pointing my big toe her direction. But I teach their own. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to analyze as a
All right.
connoisseur of society. Yeah. What is it?
Breakdown of how many people had fantasized about feet before.
Right.
5% of heterosexual women, 18% of heterosexual men,
Oh man.
11% of lesbian and bisexual women,
Interesting.
21% of gay and bisexual men.
So homosexuality boosts. It's like a multiplier on the interest in feet. Is that what you're saying to us on this stream,
Well,
Jeff?
I mean, for men, it goes from 18% to 21%. That's
okay.
pretty marginal.
But for women, that's how much? How many?
5% to 11%.
More than double.
But
Isn't
see,
that
but
interesting?
that's also, I mean, you have to factor in the feet that you're looking at. You know,
Right.
I think really,
Wait, what?
although I guess, no, that doesn't hold up because gay and bisexual men would be looking at men's feet too.
Right. Oh, so
They really need to break it down by like, how do
gender
the feet
feet.
look? No one's looking at like hairy hobbit feet.
I bet some people are into that. You're telling me,
You
Jeff,
into that, Hanson?
you're telling me that people aren't into like in the Hobbit movies or Lord of the Rings when they show those big nasty feet? I bet that's a very specific thing for some people, and I dare you to shame them. That's not what this show is about.
Hey,
Show's
man.
about celebrating music and Wii music. Okay, can we watch Iwata?
It's not the weirdest thing you could be
No,
into, right?
it seems harmless as long as you
It's a
keep it
body
harmless.
part, at
It's
least.
it's a body part. That's exactly the point that.
And it's a hard working body part. Let's be honest.
It's a very
That's
functional,
utilitarian.
Yeah, I think that's why people like it because like this is the part that gets the job done. Okay.
Exactly.
Here we go.
Can we just watch E3 now?
We're gonna watch it one frame at a time because we have some more body parts to go over. Okay, here we go.
challenge and the opportunity of WiiWare.
Save us, Awada. People are screaming.
Third, certainly, the user
Show
base
us your feet,
has
Awada,
expanded.
says Jake.
Take a look at this picture. Or what about this one? Before, our common sense view of the video game market was too limited.
He's
Now
right.
we have learned that intuitive
Babies are
interface
frickin'
can
playing.
help attract those who never considered video games before. And audience expansion brings a related effect. It has changed the seasonal nature of video game hardware sales. Game systems used to be purchased more often as a gift item during the holidays. Today, game hardware systems are more likely purchased by people for themselves at any time of the year.
I like him saying that like now software
Recently,
is
in Europe,
living forever,
consumers
which is
are buying
true.
more
Like
than
this is kind of that era.
200,000
Well, I
Nintendo
guess that's
DS
all
units a
Nintendo
week,
games, but the fact that
as
he
if
called it out as being
every
different,
week were
like
a
it's now
holiday.
in that era that we still are at, where Mario Kart 8 Deluxe
Here
is
in
still one of the
America,
best-selling games
Players
every
have bought
single month
an
somehow.
average of
This Wii U game.
700,000 Wii
It's
systems
like, well, some things are just eternal.
over the
What are you
last
gonna
3
do?
months, a level typically not seen
Yeah, I
outside
mean,
of
the fact that I can still
November
go and buy the
and
first
December.
Super Mario Brothers right now
Finally,
and play it on the Switch would
in a
suggest that
very unexpected
Nintendo
way,
games have always been that way.
we are
Yeah.
seeing a new
Although
form
I'd argue
of
that
social
it's frustrating
interaction
that that's technically impossible to do. You have to
Last
subscribe to
week, I
Nintendo
said that we
Switch
would like
Online in order to play
destroy
original
the
Super Mario Brothers,
psychological barriers that
because the world is
exist
silly.
That is
between
true.
gamers
But what a
and
deal.
non-gamers.
What a deal.
You're going to use
Wii Sports
Nintendo
and
Online
Wii
every
Play
day.
showed
So
this
right.
was possible, but alone they were not enough to prove general trend.
Bobby Backwards
Mario
just
Kart
showed
Wii
up.
and
Said,
Wii
howdy,
Fit
folks.
created
Hey,
more
Bob.
of
Or
these
telling him
canvases.
he has no idea what he's missed.
But maybe the strongest
He could probably
evidence
You're
Yes.
one of the lucky ones,
Guitar
Bob,
Hero
Squidder
3.
Willow says, yeah.
While it is
Don't
available
scroll
on
back.
many platforms,
Someone says
the
feet
e-version
memories
is
with
outselling
E3 in the
all
middle.
Others.
Feet E3.
At Nintendo,
Phantasmo says, no shoe
we
plus.
believe there
That's
is
what it
progress
should
being made
Oh, yes.
in
Oh,
destroying
yes.
the psychological barrier.
How much for you to show your feet, Jeffem?
I'm not doing that.
You would not do it for any amount of money?
For less than $100,000.
So if I said $1,000 for you to show your bare feet, you would
No.
you would genuinely
No.
not do it?
People, God damn it, stop.
You're $1,000 to buy
No,
one
I'm,
bottle of baby
I'm taking
formula.
the Nintendo road here. This is what Nintendo has taught me over the years,
What's
which
that?
is don't undervalue your own product.
So you're saying you'd build a subscription service for your feet?
Oh, that's a great idea.
You get one toe every month. We'll see what happens when we run out. Okay, here we go.
But now, with a new paradigm, what can we expect next?
See, I like this because, like, hey, here's the philosophy of the company. Here's what
Even
surprised
if
us.
It is
Like,
revolutionary.
they don't do this
Sooner
at
or
E3
later,
anymore.
People will become
Because they don't have E3
tired
anymore.
of a new form of entertainment.
They technically
This
don't do anything at
happened
E3
faster
anymore.
That's
when
right.
others
They don't
tried
even
to
show us E3
reproduce
anymore.
the initial change. Then, what seemed fresh inevitably will be lost. For all of us in the video game industry,
The comments on this are
There
just
is
perfect.
danger
Grizzle
in
Gaming,
standing
what the hell
still.
is this stream from a couple minutes
common
ago?
sense is not enough. But
This is
there
like our,
are answers.
frog fractions or whatever.
Right,
Personally,
right.
Like we just
believe
stealth
we
slipped
must
in
find more
a
ways
new show plus
for players
show
to
of all
feel
about feet,
engaged.
Right.
foot fetishes.
Yeah, it's DJ
Different
Robbie
ways.
Drums. Wouldn't it be
It's
funny
just
to watch this?
masquerading as
to be enriched.
the third
Even
E3
with
memories
interactions
episode.
we would not
Right,
call
right.
games. And most of all, the overall experience
Yeah, I'm not
from
into
our
feet,
products must
Jeff,
be increased enthusiasm.
But I would describe myself as foot
Unfortunately,
fetishist
all
curious.
this is much easier
Like,
to
I'm
say
curious about people
than
that are into feet. That's the
So,
distinction.
Let me conclude
Curious
by
as in
saying
you're trying
that
to find them?
we at Nintendo always challenge
I'm
ourselves to
curious
be
what their
pioneer
addresses are.
in forming
No, I'm
new
genuinely
paradigms.
just, I think it's fascinating. I think it's
We
fascinating.
seek fresh surprises, and I hope
right,
you will enjoy the ones we have for
All right, the
you
poll we ran on Twitch. You want to see Jeffem's feet?
first
We got
one,
62%
feet
saying
on.
no,
That's a social
38% saying yes.
See.
Okay, interesting.
See,
If
and it's
consumers
those
acting as
38% that are
creators
going to be the cash cow
and then sharing
that
their
enrich
work.
my retirement.
The
Certainly,
foot whales.
we are
call
not the only ones to think along these lines. But we believe Nintendo can add something different, engage players in new ways. So, thank you for your attention this morning, and please take a moment to consider how Mr. Katsuya Eguchi is bringing creativity and community together in a key holiday release.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you.
We will consider that. Look at all these lucky SOBs sitting there for history. They don't even know it.
I became a game designer because ever since I was a child, I loved playing video games.
Somewhere Kelsey
As
Lewin
far as
just
how I
shot
came
out of bed
up
in
with the
excitement.
idea for Animal Crossing, what I thought was to create a field where the players could communicate with each other.
This is nice.
I wanted to create a software where players could feel like they are playing together, even if they are playing at different times.
Soundtrack. This is the Animal Crossing music. Yeah! Go to the city! I don't think I ever started this one.
The town is where you live and do the things you like. There are no required goals, and the players are free to do things their own way.
It's cool to like leave his
really
camera
feel
up
like
the
the
whole
world is
time.
happening in real time. Even when you are not playing the game, the animals in the world of Animal Crossing get up in the morning and then go to bed at night. So you could really feel like you are visiting
Bunny Day,
a
everybody!
realistic world with a 24-hour clock year-round. The city is a brand new place
City.
to explore in the Wii version
Thanks
of
for the big
Animal
sub
Crossing.
there, Bundock Bandit.
There is an auction site where
Appreciate
you can
it.
see items that are for sale. Of course, you can also put up your own items for sale. There is a Happy Room Academy where you can find out what other players are doing.
You like
You
Animal
can
Crossing,
visit
Jeff?
the famous fashion designer, Gracie, at her store.
Yeah. I enjoyed it for
You can
however
also
long I
go
played.
to
My wife
Heavy's
got
Beauty
super into
Salon,
it.
Yeah.
where you
Was that,
can
and that was your first
change your
everything.
hairstyle.
That was the first
or
you played?
even choose to put on a mask
Excuse
and
me?
look like you're me.
That was the first one you ever played?
Yeah.
Of course, the key to Animal Crossing is
It was the right
communication, and there
Yeah,
are some exciting advances.
Oh, crap.
For one thing,
Thank you,
can
DJ
write letters to
Zoc.
other players and
Take those
attach
Zocs off,
pictures to
DJ.
them.
That's what
You
Jeffem
can
likes to
send
say.
them not just to
Thanks for the
other
big sub on
towns,
Twitch.
but to the Wii message board. Or
Jeffem,
to
can we move
friends'
ahead,
cell
please?
phones and personal
Can we focus on city folk?
But the biggest news is a special new microphone option called
Oh my God, We
Speak.
Speak.
It's
I
not a
forgot about
singular
We Speak.
headset, but a community microphone.
Bob Buell, thanks for the
that
big
lets
sub on Twitch.
every person in
19
the room
months
talk
rolling.
With another
Awesome.
room for players anywhere in the world.
God, do you remember this weird thing?
For example,
Where
for
this was their
today's
voice chat
media,
solution was just put a
we are having
microphone
a
on your
fishing
TV
contest.
so it just sounds like garbage?
You can catch different fish depending on the season.
Yeah, they've always had their own creative solutions to
practicing.
non-existent problems.
As they put it, a very Nintendo-like solution. What did they say that for? Can someone look up the history of that? A very Nintendo-like solution?
Oh, that one's
I think
mine.
is them messaging something about online services.
You can really get a sense of the personality of the player. For
It's a
example,
whole new world
when
playing.
you go to someone's town, you can see how they.
Bundock Bandit
decorate
points
their
out that
room.
yeah, their very different
Or
strategies
if
led
it
them to
is
create
neat
WeWork,
or messy.
which was a bold move from Nintendo. I don't know how that worked out
It's also fun to see
ultimately.
how they have set up their town because it tells you what kind of person they are.
Look at that fighting game. Is that like
I
Link
think
versus
that's
Mario?
really fun.
Kind of looks like it.
It makes me happy to hear stories of people who are able
So
to
much
talk with their
FaceTime
friends,
for Gucci. That's
or
awesome.
Even able to make new ones.
Yeah, did he invent streaming games? He has the format down.
He did.
Looking ahead,
He did.
I want players to continue to be able to have the freedom to create their own worlds, to be able to communicate with others in a variety
Dear
of ways,
Bones.
and to share the world they have created, and to have a place where the
silly idea.
players can connect.
Dearest
with each other.
Bones, you are my best friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
give
the
it up.
President and Chief
The man just
Operating
found his
Officer for
best friend.
Nintendo of America, Reggie Fils-Aimé.
I love the spotlights just going nuts everywhere. Like, is that changing anybody's
morning.
mood? Is that improving things?
When I last talked to you from an E3 stage, I closed by saying that we at Nintendo were pleased, but not close to being satisfied. With Animal Crossing on its way to Wii by the end of this year, complete with the Wii Speak option, of course we're pleased. And in a larger sense, we're even more pleased with our marketplace momentum.
If I borrowed you his
all,
book, Jeff, and would you read it?
In May, according to the NPD data, lifetime sales
Is
in
it
the
worth it?
U.S. for Wii hardware.
It's a breeze.
reached
It's like 200
10 million
pages.
systems.
I think it's lightly interesting.
DS surpassed 20 million.
Oh, you're selling
And
it.
the sales of these two game
How many
devices
pictures of feet does it have?
alone
Okay, buddy.
now combine to represent
Reggie
more than
Fils-Aimé?
$5 billion at retail just in the U.S.
Someone can do better than
But
that.
despite all
Probably.
this, we're no closer to being satisfied. That's because there are still tens of millions of people around the world ready to get into the game that we all love. And at the same time, there are millions of us veteran gamers hungry for what's next. At
Sharp
Nintendo,
suit.
we want to fill both those needs.
Is Reggie cool?
Let me
Twitch poll.
begin with a
64% of people say
little
yes, he is
perspective,
cool.
And I
He is
know,
cool.
I promise I'll keep this short.
7% say maybe. Only
Here are
2 people said that
lifetime
Reggie is not
global
cool.
hardware
That's
unit
interesting.
sales
People love
for the
themselves
last
some Reggie.
iteration of each major platform.
Oh,
The
throwing
biggest
shade.
bar
I love it.
belongs to Nintendo DS.
Hell yeah.
By the end of
Crush
our
'em.
current fiscal year, next March,
Okay, here we go. My Dog Hates Me, thanks for the big sub on Twitch. Rich Bad at Games redeemed their channel points and is requesting an impromptu video review of Happy Feet, the video game for the Wii 2006. Jeff, 30-second video review. Take it away.
Me?
That's right.
Why would he ask me?
Because you're the expert.
Happy Feet, the video game, was largely overlooked by most people, but it will appeal to a certain subsection of folks out there on the internet, some of whom you may work with, and you may question their motives every time they bring up feet on a chat.
Right.
But this is the perfect game to give them, because then they'll stop asking you a bunch of questions about it, and they'll just play their Happy Feet game while they do whatever it is that you don't want to see. So for that reason, if you have a person like that in your life and they're named Ben Hansen,
Yeah.
I give Happy Feet the video game 10 out of 10.
Right on. Jake Twitchin, thanks for redeeming your impromptu video review, and they have requested Happy Feet 2. Did you buy Happy Feet the video game and expect something else entirely, but instead it was some game about a dopey penguin? Well, then you're in luck, because Happy Feet 2 is exactly what you're looking for. Don't look up images, don't look up screenshots, don't look up trailers. Drive to the store, pick up Happy Feet 2, and then you're going to enjoy it. You can walk your own Happy Feet back home, abandon your car, and then you walk into your house with the happiest of feet. Sit down on your couch, pop in Happy Feet 2, and you'll say, I've got some Happy Feet 2, T-O-O. And that's why Happy Feet 2 for the Nintendo Wii, 10 out of 10. There you go.
we expect that total DS worldwide
This
sales
is must-see content.
will grow to almost 100 million systems.
Must cease content.
I'm looking
Focusing on
forward
DS
to
here in America,
signing off
annual
and then going
sales
to the
have ramped
Patreon
up
and seeing that we're
each
now
year.
making $10 million a month.
It's possible. Impromptu video review has been redeemed. God's Garage with their channel points on Twitch. Jeffem, please review Beautiful Feet Cabin for PC. All right, take it away.
That's not a thing.
Take it.
Are you kidding me?
Look it up. I'm scared to look it up because it'll be on the screen. Beautiful
Feet Cabin. Oh my God.
Is it a thing?
Beautiful Feet Cabin is perhaps exactly what you thought it was going to be, and you don't want to look it up on a stream or in your personal life unless you're Ben Hansen, who's looking it up on his phone right now, and he's clicking the save button. I shared an account with him. I can see he just put that on his wish list. He put it into a collection that said "Save for later."
This is not a review.
And then play the heck out of it.
That's not a review. That's an accusation.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say let's see. The player plays a masseuse in the game, as we all know, and runs a beautiful foot cabin. Yeah, that's a big 0 out of 10.
0 out of 10.
You asked the wrong person. If you had gone for the second opinion,
right?
I have a feeling it would have averaged out to a 5 somehow.
That's right.
If you can figure out that math.
That's right. There we go.
Now, some people
Sales
still
data.
cling
Beautiful
to previous
feet cabin.
expectations for product cycles.
I
And
hope
consequently
that person
thought
just
that
typed
2007
feet into
would be
like
the
the
peak
Steam
year
search
Yes,
bar.
I bet they
and
did.
wasn't like, oh, finally.
Well, that's
Although
what
you never know, if all
represents
these new
better
subscribers
than
you're bringing
2
in
out
with
of
your
every
promises
3
of
handhelds
feet
sold here in
pictures.
Right,
America.
right. Well, we'll discover all
And
those
so
when
far,
we
in
debut No
2008,
Shoe Plus
DS
next week.
sales here
So
in the
please
U.S.
look
are
please look
running
forward to us
another
playing all of the
12%
feet-focused
ahead
games on Steam.
of last year's record.
Your dreams finally
Hardware
coming
sales
true.
are always driven by key
It took
software
you 2.5 years,
franchises.
but you finally
And this
engineered
spring, that
a
key
path
franchise
forward
was Pokemon.
for your feet streams.
You know what they say? One step at a time,
Sales of the
Jeffem.
companion Mystery
One
Dungeon
gorgeous
series
step at a time.
sold
That's
through
right.
more than 600,000 copies in just 6 weeks.
That's not that impressive, is it?
This grows
600,000?
lifetime total sales for all Pokemon titles
Wow, that's
to
rigid.
180 million.
That's
The
a big
arrival
number.
of games like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games have pushed total DS software sales in America 29% ahead of last year.
Quit bragging. We get it.
Later this week, we believe the June NPD data
Turn him into a
may
Muppet
show
already.
that the back and
Muppet!
forth battle between Wii
Muppetize him.
and DS as America's best-selling game system may have shifted for the
Janet
moment.
says we need more women in games
Back
because we
to
don't
DS.
spend 20 minutes talking about feet.
In no small
Oh,
part,
it's been way
due
more
to
than 20
those
minutes.
Yeah,
evergreen
I feel
titles
like Sarah would
Mr.
talk
Watt
about feet.
mentioned.
I feel like you guys have talked about feet before on podcasts.
We began running a TV
This isn't a guy thing.
campaign in May.
You heard the
targeting
data.
Females featuring
Oh.
celebrity endorsements. Within weeks,
God, what's
unit
better than a
sales for
female
titles
celebrity
like
endorsement,
the Brain Age
Jeff?
games, Nintendogs, Super Mario Brothers at least doubled. To repeat, there seems to be an unlimited number of people out there just looking for a way to get into our game. For Wii, the sales trajectory is climbing even steeper.
See, Jenna has a good point.
This
She says,
chart
sure, but not
shows
to this degree,
comparative
because we're
system
actually the
sales.
ones who get people DMing us
The
for
blue
feet pictures, so
bars
we know
represent the
better.
first
That's a
12
great
months
point.
in the market.
I have never
And the
once
yellow
genuinely
bars
been asked
represent sales from
anything
year 1
near that.
through month 19. It's here, beyond the realm of the
I
early
do, but all the
adopters,
questions come from
where
you,
we
so-
demonstrate
That's
how
right.
its historic sales pace is actually
Look at them go.
increasing.
I love, it's just like, I feel like this is also
When those
something
June
lost from these press
NPD
conferences, is like
numbers are
directly
released on
dunking
Thursday,
on other
we will not be
systems. Like,
surprised
look
if
how
Wii
much
becomes the
better selling this
best-selling
is than
console
anybody
in
else.
this generation in America.
Thanks, Hitmon Jan.
Just as it
For the big
already
sub.
has on a worldwide
They say feet,
basis.
please. That's Patreon exclusive.
Now,
I'm sorry.
you all know about the popularity of Wii hardware, but perhaps not as widely appreciated is the story for Wii software. It's exactly the same.
So
then
let
you
me
don't
go into
have
it.
to go
No
through it.
system has
You
ever
could just
sold
skip it.
more games during its first 19 months of availability. And again, the sales advantage after year one continues to grow. It's no secret that Nintendo internally approached game
Not familiar with that
development
company.
for Wii on two different fronts. On one hand, we made sure we leveraged our well-known stable of stars early in the generation to satisfy and reassure veteran
Weird
gamers.
pose from Samus. She's like working out. What
But at
is
the
that?
same time, we also created new titles.
One-handed push-ups.
Beginning
That's
with
right.
Wii Sports and continuing with Wii Fit that made even confirmed non-gamers stand up and take notice.
Now, I've heard of non-gamers, but confirmed
new
non-gamers?
dynamic
This
is
is a new
emerging.
demographic.
Having passed a year and a half in the market, our creative third-party partners are finding success with Wii. To date, 19 different third-party games on
Were
Wii have
there-
exceeded sales of
Was there ever a Call of Duty game on the
400,000
Wii?
units in
I know the
America
Wii U.
alone.
But did the
And
Wii
those
ever get a Call of
titles come
Duty?
from
Yes.
11
You sure?
different publishers.
It was a remake of
The wonderful
Modern
thing about this
Warfare, I wanna
trend
say.
is that
Ooh,
there are
yes, yes,
just
yes, 'cause
as
there's-
many strategies
Yep,
on
it was
how
the
to
DS
attack
and the Wii. That's
development
right. That's right.
as there are different
you- 'cause you
developers
played
and
it, Jeff?
publishers making those
I
decisions.
reviewed it for GI.
Oh, wow.
For example, you might ask if this is the platform that will be dominated by new kinds of casual games. Or is this the place to use the unique forms of Wii interface to freshen up even the most legendary IP? Or is this the ideal spot for new franchises with obvious core appeal that set new standards for a genre? Well, the correct answer is all of the above.
Oh, Reggie,
The Wii
you
library
dirty
continues to grow
dog.
far faster than other current consoles. And there'll
We
be
want these
dozens
charts
and
to
dozens
be
of new
3D,
titles
like they're
arriving
poking you in the
coming months.
eye.
The truth is, there's no way today we can give you even a quick glimpse of everything that's on its way.
Try, dude.
So instead, we've
Could you
chosen
show
to
us
limit
a
our
glimpse of
preview to
anything
just
that's on its
3
way?
new games that
I mean,
take
you saw
very
Samus.
different approaches to the interface options available on Wii. Take a look.
You got it, bud. You got it, bud. Oh, boy. I don't know if I would have argued that this game existed before today.
Skywalker is the Republic's only hope.
Wait, the nunchuck? Why were they holding the nunchuck?
It's got to move around somehow, right?
Hang on, is this game good? Ha! See, isn't that confusing?
That answers
Like,
your question.
they're not dual wielding in the game, though. Like, that's the part I don't understand.
This is where the fun begins.
These goobers just flailing around. All right, you sold me. I can't. Did you ever play these?
I don't know. I feel like I've reviewed this crap too.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever played a Raving Rabbit game. I bet they're fine. Oh, weird. That's such a weird idea. I kind of want to go back and play it.
You can now.
I can. I have the option. You sit on the balance board? God, the Wii is weird, isn't it? Yeah, we're invading our TV, all right. Oh. Well, there we go, everybody. What a transition. Jesus Christ. Just men on fire in
Shield your
World War II.
children's eyes.
Oh, yeah, this was the one where you had to actually sit on the balance board and then get off to act like you're landing on Omaha Beach, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're having fun together. All right, burn some Germans.
Yeah, just torching these guys.
Jesus
That's fun.
Christ. This is, I cannot believe Nintendo allowed this. Isn't this absurd?
This is like a fake commercial from a RoboCop movie.
Wow. What do you think of that? Who says we don't have adult games on the Wii? She's smiling
As you
still.
can see, Wii creativity is mushrooming. But that's only half of our software story here at E3. What we've
You
just
can't show
seen
World War II
are
footage and say
games that
mushroom.
reside in your living room.
Yeah.
But what about the games that travel with you? Every year, portable games take a bigger bite of the total software pie. What's driving this growth are new players. Who are they? Well, here's a giant clue. In 2005, 30% of all DS
Barry
recipients
Gooster
were
says
female.
DS was a hit.
Now,
We get
recipients
it.
are defined as those who
They're doing
either bought
well.
a DS for themselves
You
or
don't need
asked
our
for
help
and
anymore
received
to
one
buy
as a
this
gift.
crap. We got it. We got
By
it.
2006, the percentage of female players jumped to 46%.
Delete block
And last
term
year,
foot.
It
What are you
almost
doing there,
reached
Jana?
exact parity with males. The DS appeal is universal. And that appeal is apparent with our third-party hits as well. Activision reports that the current DS version of Guitar Hero on Tour sold 300,000 copies in America in just its first week.
Weird. Remember that game where it
And
had like the
now,
little
an
you
even
attached into the Game
more
Boy Advance slot,
imaginative
like the
interpretation
buttons?
of the
There's like a little
franchise
attachment.
called On Tour Decades
Just like a real
is
guitar.
on the way.
Gotcha.
The DS is also the only gaming dedicated platform where you'll find Will Wright's Spore this year. We think both of these titles deserve a closer look.
Because I guess this would have been before the main Spore came out?
So this fall, we're going to be bringing Guitar Hero On Tour Decades, and with it, brand new innovation to the platform. For the first time, players will be able to song share between versions of the game.
Song sharing is a feature that allows me to take my version of Guitar Hero on tour and meet up with a friend or a relative who has a different version of Guitar Hero on tour, like Guitar Hero on Tour Decades, and we can share our songs with each other.
The innovation of the guitar grip, really allowed us to bring a tactile experience coupled with the touchscreen mechanics of strumming with a pick stylus.
But additionally, the DS has the microphone, the dual screen, its portable nature. All of these aspects add
This
to
is such
the
a weird
unique
thing. I
experience
don't
that
think
you
I
get
ever
on
tried
the
playing
Nintendo
it though.
DS.
I should have. Thanks, Hugo, for the big sub.
This epic journey, and it's all about.
Sad thing is that this solely works on the
evolving
DS
your
Lite,
creature
no
in
DSi
this
or
world
Fat
that
because
you
of the
live on.
grip.
With the
Oh,
Nintendo
interesting.
version of the game,
That's a good point,
it is
Hugo.
a unique and different design. We focused more on the creature game for the Nintendo DS.
I think I did play this.
One of the things that was important to us when we designed the game for the Nintendo DS was to really hit on those core elements that are really about Spore, which is player creativity and that sharing. With the Nintendo DS, not only were we able to sort
Can't
of
believe
take
they're showing
advantage
like a
of the
dev
stylus,
unit
so we could
for
create
the
this creature
DS.
creator that's so
That seems
easy and intuitive
wild
to use.
for
You
Nintendo
just
to
drag
show in a
parts
video.
from in the parts panel over onto your creature and add to it. The other thing
Yeah, they were all
about Spore,
terminated after
that
That's
on
right.
the PC that we moved over to the DS was the ability to share your creations. When you share your creatures with your friends, those creatures not only appear in your zoo, but they can also show up in the game. You can decide to befriend them with your own creature. So you kind of get your own little posse going with your friends' creatures, and it can really help you out in gameplay. The DS is really attractive for game designers and game makers because it gave the opportunity to open up and sort of say, hey, we can design a little bit differently. This audience is really responding to it.
It's exactly what everybody was looking for. Design a little cute creature. You're good to go.
Now, in addition to these great exclusives, I can add one more piece of launch news. The next invasion of
It's a
Pokemon,
DS graph.
the highly anticipated Pokemon Rangers Shadows of Almia, will offload onto U.S. shores on November the 10th.
Burn,
To recap, another new guitar
Take it away,
hero
Jeffem.
coming to DS, a custom
No, I
Spore
don't know what you do.
coming to DS, and new Pokemon 2.
I love
And
Pokemon, but
make
all those
no
Ranger games I
mistake,
could never get into.
The appeal of DS extends to the core as well.
Oh, people love that game. All right, I'll take it back.
We can announce today that a custom version of Grand Theft Auto called Chinatown Wars arrives on DS this winter.
I mean, that's a big get, baby. That's about as big as it gets.
Set in a modern-day Liberty City,
that game was kind of cool.
Features a custom game engine, new characters, and the same free-ranging gameplay that GTA fans have come to expect.
Give us more free-ranging, please.
For some time now, Nintendo and our third-party partners have
Remember
been
you had to like
using
assemble
the DS
guns?
to redefine
Wasn't that in
the
that game?
meaning
Where you like
of
slide
video
with the
games.
touch screen to like put a sniper
And
rifle
that
together or
spirit
something?
of
Am I
invention
misremembering that?
And reinvention
I think so.
now also applies to the DS itself. Here's what I mean. Now, I'm one of the many people, probably like all you guys, who spend way too much time in airports. And much of that time is already spent on my DS. Currently, I'm playing
heading to
Animal Crossing.
Whistler. Just like all of you.
What if DS and air travel came together in a different way?
What?
For example, when I land,
You
why
can
can't
control
my
the
DS
plane.
provide information on where I can claim my luggage or the gate for my
Remember in
connecting
Snakes
flight?
on a Plane where
If I'm staying over,
the guy who
what
played the
about
PSP
nearest
ended up landing
ATM or a
landing
Mexican
the plane at the
restaurant?
end?
This
is
is
just
all
the
being
worst
tested.
idea.
Another example.
You can use your DS to
How
figure out
about
where
changing
what
up
gate
your
your
next visit
bags
to
are
the old
coming in.
ballpark?
Why aren't they showing the
Well, at
screen?
Safeco
Okay, there we go.
Field in Seattle, fans are already using their DS to check the box scores of other live games, watch highlights, compete on trivia contests with other fans in the park. They're even using the DS touchscreen to order up that Seattle sushi favorite, the Ichi-roll.
This is
Seriously,
so weird.
they really have that stuff in Seattle.
I had no idea this was a thing.
Now, speaking of food, one more idea.
Are these
Could
things
it be
or they're just ideas?
That the DS could even
What do you mean
earn
ideas?
a spot in your kitchen? Well, for some time now, in Japan, Cooking Navi has turned the DS into an electronic cookbook. And the same title will serve up both international recipes and cooking tips when an English version arrives here in November. The perfect timing for people like me looking for help
Don't
with their
touch your
holiday
mic,
dinners.
please.
Trust me, I'm even worse at cooking than I am at snowboarding. Now, in many ways,
Come on,
the
Jeff.
DS may
We're all
be
having fun.
transforming itself
Come on, Cam, you don't have
from
to
a
do that to
great
yourself.
Yeah, you're-
portable device for gamers
You're good. You're good.
into a natural companion for everyone. Reggie?
Cammy just talked about looking at something very
Why are they
familiar.
showing the screen? Like, it's
the
so weird
Nintendo
that they're so
DS
focused on her,
with
but
a
it's like
fresh
not
set of
showing the
eyes.
images of this software.
Let me build on that idea, literally. We all know what this is. And as you may have heard, we're about to redefine the Wii Remote thanks to this.
Oh, it's happening, Jeff, on
This
Wii Motion
small
Plus.
accessory
They did
does is make the Wii Remote more precise, more responsive,
Now
more
you can
intense.
really play Star Wars Clone
It's
Wars.
called Wii Motion Plus.
Hell yeah.
Wii Motion Plus renders every slight shift of your wrist
Was he
or
holding
arm
for applause
into the
there?
gameplay. But as every game
The crowd
player
usually
knows,
pops when they put the Wii condom
technical
on the
advances
remote
can-
or whatever like
can be
that.
empty
That's very
promises
exciting for people, I think.
without outstanding software. So today, we're going to show you how this worthy successor to the Wii Remote comes to life using a more than worthy successor to Wii Sports. Let me introduce you to Wii Sports Resort,
Yeah.
which is literally a day at the beach. It generates fun in the sun with a variety of activities, and we're going to
Generates
show
fun
you
in the
3 of
sun.
them right now on stage. While I have Cammie come out here along with Bill Trinan from our Treehouse group to explain the action, I can tell you that there will be one Wii Motion Plus accessory and extended jacket packaged with every Wii Sports Resort.
Hell yeah.
And of course, others will be available separately. So, Cammy, what have you got?
Okay, Reggie, I have got probably the cutest game that you have ever
Little baby
seen.
nervous Beltran.
Meet my little puppy here, Peach, and we are going to play Disc Dog together.
Is she still at Nintendo? Can anybody look that up?
What we need to do is let everybody understand here what Wii Motion Plus is all about. Now, if you guys are anything like me, you probably remember the very first time you got your hands on the Wii Remote, and that, for me, was a magical moment. And I want you all
left
to
a
prepare
while ago,
yourselves
says Gooster.
to experience that same thrill again here at E3
Where's she
this
at now?
year. Now, you'll notice that as
I'm
Cammy
not
is
familiar with
suddenly
her work.
rotating her wrist, that precise action is being reflected on screen in real time at the exact angles that she is moving.
It's so
And as
weird
she
that it's
moves
like,
her hand in
we're
front
going to
of her in
release a separate
space,
product you have to
it
buy
knows exactly
that
where her
basically
hand is.
makes
That's
the
what Wii
product
Motion
what we
Plus
said it
does.
was originally.
Okay, Cammy.
And everyone was
you don't
okay
even
with
have to
it.
press a button.
Okay.
Just swing your arm to
do you
throw
like the
disc.
Wii?
Okay, Peach,
63% of
ready?
people like the
Okay,
Wii.
let's go, girl.
I like the Wii.
Let me do a little, line it up.
68.
I was never very good at this.
Oh, there we
and,
go. Thank you.
Up.
Is it working?
Oh, go, go. Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Now remember, Cammy, you want to
See, it's so precise that it's
throwing.
picking up my bad wrist action. Okay, let's try this again.
Oof. This is the
good
moment.
wrist or the broken wrist?
Well, unfortunately, it was the good one. Okay.
This is the moment where I would
Oh, go, girl, go! Yes!
Very nice.
try and swallow a Wiimote to
Oh,
hopefully
Reggie,
choke to death
you
if I was
gotta
on
admit,
stage
is
and
that
the
the
tech
most
wasn't
adorable
working or I
game you've
couldn't
ever
throw it in the right way.
You know, it's kind of
How
cute.
uncomfortable would
it's
that be?
kind of okay,
Yeah.
but I want to show the group something that's a little bit more
Barry
my
Booster
speed.
said she left Nintendo in 2010 and works at Duolingo.
Now,
Oh, that's cool.
This is what I'm talking
Good
about.
get.
Look at this.
Look at.
Wow.
Oh.
You really like that throttle, don't you, Reggie?
You like that throttle.
What does that mean, Bill? We'll be talking about that off stage.
So your favorite part of the racing games is the throttle.
Don't miss one.
Interesting. Now, yeah, do I need to run that poll again about whether or not Reggie's cool?
Watch out for the roller. Well, I guess you're right, Reggie. That really is more your speed.
You know, guys like power stuff, you know?
Oh, you guys.
You know,
I
guys, they like their
on.
power stuff.
I think the crowd is going to like
Right,
being on
puppy,
a you know,
power cruiser.
power cruiser a lot more than throwing discs to a
You
dog.
guys are all the same.
Well,
Hang on, let's unpack this. So we're arguing about what guys like versus what girls like after 20 minutes after celebrating how many women are getting into gaming now, but then also just power cruiser? Is it because they can't say jet ski because that's like a
They both
Kleenex
said it.
thing?
I don't know. No, I think neither of them knew what the word was, and Bill Trinan said power cruiser first, and then Reggie was just like, yeah, power cruiser.
Snow machine.
That's better than a disc
obviously,
and a
we've got a little
dog.
dispute here that I think needs some settling. And I think there's no better way to do that than with a little old-fashioned sword dueling. What do you say?
Let's
I
go
love
for
Oh,
it.
see,
Bring
it
it
was all
on,
an
bring
act.
it
I'll
on.
show you what you'll be doing, okay?
God, there's 2 steps ahead of us at all
we get,
times.
Started here. Now you hold the Wii Remote with both hands, right? Of course, you can chop vertically. Okay.
Now this was
You
fun.
can chop horizontally. You can chop at any angle you want.
I think it's just.
And in fact,
I mean,
you
the
can
tech
block.
works fine, but it's just
all
impossible
that
to
is
get it
reflected
working
in
on a
real
stage
time,
this
and if you're
big,
really
you
good-
know?
You can sharpen the pencil as well.
Oof, the fact that it is not working.
Okay.
Oh,
This
I
was
hate
more my
that.
speed
I
too.
am so ready. How often do you get to
I would
do this
flip
with your
that sword
boss?
around and
No, wait a
impale
minute,
myself with it
okay.
digitally.
I gotta get ready.
There you go.
Give me a minute.
Please
Ready,
just
Cammy?
work.
I
Please
am
just
so
work.
ready.
So now let's see who the true master is.
What happened?
That was too quick.
That's why they call me the Reginator.
Oh. Now, if I
Yeah.
just had both wrists working,
You want to go again?
let's go again.
You want a little more?
Bring it on, baby.
Okay, here we go.
No.
Go, get him. Take down the king.
Woo!
Are they going to stop here, do you think?
Well, it looks like with one match
Yeah.
each, we've got a bit of a draw, so we're going to have to let everybody decide which one they prefer on the show floor.
All right.
We may have just seen the birth of the Caminator. I don't know.
Hey, I don't know. We're all having fun here.
You know, what we've shown you today is just a small taste of
You should
Wii
have checked
Sports
that
Resort.
remote out into the audience.
If you stop to consider a summer vacation, other activities come to mind, and several of them will appear in Wii Sports Resort.
Good.
But Wii Motion Plus represents a much broader opportunity. It's clear that many developers specializing in virtually every game genre are right now contemplating how to use Wii Motion Plus to further drive player immersion. Obviously, that won't happen instantly. But
We're
when
into
the
swords
world's
now,
best
Shazira.
game creators have the chance to work for a
We're
while
into swords and
with this new standard
frisbees and dogs.
in one-to-one
You know, the good
motion
stuff.
control,
Power
they'll certainly
cruisers.
Power
take you deeper than ever
cruisers.
before.
Power cruisers.
We began our presentation today with a single image in mind: smiling faces.
Hell yeah.
And we believe there'll be a lot more of them when Wii Sports Resort launches globally next spring.
We're in the business of
But
smiling
before we finish
faces, and
today,
business is a
we want to
booming.
introduce you to one more experience available this holiday that you'll all be able to play with your current Wii remotes. It's safe to say it will generate a lot of smiles, new smiles, in a whole new way.
When's the last time I had a new smile? I can't even remember, you know?
Yeah, all mine have been recycled.
If you think about it, that is true. We're just doing the same smile over and over again to get it. What the hell is this? The Joker's coming out? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, DJ! Heavy drums! Now it's kind of working, so what do you think? Video or not? I think video.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. This sounds too bad. Maybe not. Two hands in the air. Oh my god.
He's barefoot too.
Are you serious? Well, he's got to be for the drum kit. Regular Neil Peart up there.
Did you have to be barefoot for the Wii balance?
I don't know. I don't know. He bows.
Please welcome gaming legend Shigeru Miyamoto.
This is incredible. This is why this is the only part anyone remembers.
That's right. Look at that straight face. He's acting like yeah. He has the face of like a serious musician who just like is playing at a jazz club and has a hat out front looking for tips. Now, I'm no musician. By the way, we have our music podcast, Crossfade. Subscribe to it on your favorite podcast app. It's free. And every episode, they end on a song suggested by the community. If somebody could just rip this and submit it on the next episode of Crossfade for the closing song, I'd really appreciate that. Just like human to human, I'd appreciate that.
Okay, I'm sorry, but is Miyamoto barefoot too?
Is he?
What is this?
Are you serious? Was he really?
Hello. This year, I would like to introduce you to Wii Music. Bit, please.
Wait, I can't tell.
このゲームはね、
I think he's just wearing skin-colored shoes.
Wii Sports.
It is a good jacket, Janet. That is true.
That's what feet are.
手隠したソフトですね。
This game is one of the titles that we began designing alongside Wii Play, Wii Sports, and Wii Fit when we were first finalizing our plans for Wii.
First
リビングで
finalizing.
家族みんなが年の差も性別も関係なく遊ぶにはやっぱり音楽は欠かせないと思うんですね。
I want his shirt
Because
underneath
if you
the
want
jacket,
something
Janet.
that everyone in the family can enjoy together in the living room, regardless of age or gender, music is a must.
で Wii Music は過去にある一般的な音楽ゲームとは全然違った遊びです。
But Wii Music is a slightly different play experience than you've seen with past music games.
I do want to do a fashion
音
show,
楽ゲームは
Janet.
画面に出
Pretty
てく
show
る
plus. I think that'd be fun.
形や記号にね合わせてボタンを押してそれで、評価をしてもらうゲームが多いんですけども。
Now, most music games typically require you to press buttons with precise timing, matching symbols on screen to earn points and compete for the strongest performance.
Wii Music では楽器を弾けない人とか楽譜が読めない人が、音楽を演奏する楽しみを、ね、味わってもらえるように作りました。
But we've designed Wii Music to allow everyone, including people who can't read music,
Now, Jeff,
and people who
I'm
can't
somebody
play real
who played
instruments,
hours of Wii
to
Music within the
experience
last
the joy
6
of
months.
performing music.
Whenever that was that Jason Daphnis and Charles McGregor came over and we played it. I think it's for a charity stream? I don't remember.
Now, there's no need to
Contrary
closely
to popular
follow any
belief,
musical notes
not
or
a good
rhythm
time.
guides in order to play
Not a
these
good
songs.
time.
No, really.
Also, it takes forever to unlock the songs, and so I had to sit there and play it for hours to unlock enough songs to make it interesting. And it's a real low point in my life. Oh yeah, for the Hopewell Music Charity Drive. That's right. Of course, Bob Beal.
Instrument. And the Wii
It was a
detects
hoot.
that and plays a note for you that matches the song.
でさっきの私の演奏もそうなんですけど僕はギターは弾くんですけどね、サックスは全く吹けません。
And that's how I was just performing for you. I can play guitar, but I cannot play the sax at all.
で僕がしていたのはWii リモートを構えてサックスを吹いてる気分でボタンを好きなリズムで押してたんですね。
So I was just holding the Wii Remote, pretending like I was playing the sax, and pressing the buttons with a timing of my preference.
Oh, he was just
どの
pretending.
音を吹こうかとかね、
I see.
間違ったらどうしようかとかそういうことを全然心配せずに音楽を楽しみました。
So in this way, I don't have to worry about what do I do if I play the wrong note or if I make a mistake.
さっきF0 をイメージしてたんですね。
For those of you who are familiar, this song might sound a little bit familiar. It's from an F-Zero game.
でこのソフトではね、このサックスだけじゃなくて50種類
But
を超える
frankly, we don't care about
いろんな
F-Zero, and we all
楽器
kind
が
of forgot what the music sounds like anyway,
その
so.
楽器に合わせた振りで弾けることができるんですね。
In Wii Music, you're going to be able to play over 50 different instruments just by moving your body.
ピアノです。
So for example, the piano.
これですね。
Just like that.
Holy cow.
バイオリンはねちょっと凝ってるんですよ。
And the violin's a slightly more unique instrument. You hold the strings with your left hand, press the buttons to sound the
指でこうで
notes.
す。
And the bigness of the motion of your right hand adjusts the volume of those notes.
こうですね。
Just like this.
ギターはこんな感じです。
Of course, guitar, you play like you would a real guitar.
Exactly like a real guitar.
ミュートですね。
You can pluck.
フラット息。
You strum.
Oh my god, this
こんな
game.
感じです。それから、パーカッションもあります。
There's a variety of percussion instruments as
和太
well.
鼓。
Why not? Like, they have Zelda music in the game. They have Mario music in the game. I feel like they should be doing that. I guess, unless this is all F-Zero music and it's just indecipherable as F-Zero music.
まあこんなねそれからさっき後ろでドラムを捉えてくれたのはプロのドラマーのラビーさんなんですけどもね。
And of course, behind me here, we have a professional drummer who's been performing for us this morning. His name is Ravi Drums.
で彼が今使ってるのはWii Fit のバランスWiiボードを使ったねドラムの
Aaron J. Bear's asking if they thought this was going to be a hit. I think so.
What he's playing
I mean,
is a
widest
separate
possible
mode
audience.
that
I think it's a
uses the Wii
safe
balance
bet,
board to
right? Of like,
activate
all
the
right, the
drum
Wii,
pedals,
what
creating a
works?
complete
Wii Sports?
drum
What's up there with
simulator.
sports? Music.
レッスンがついてるのでね。
I bet they thought it was going to sell
本当に
like
誰でも数週間でドラムが叩けるようになるという。
And this mode also includes lessons, which means that anybody, even you, can learn to play the drums in just a few weeks.
でラビさん
I
昨日
would
練習し
so
ただ
much
けでも
rather
随
play
分
that
と
Guitar
快適
Hero
に
on
弾きこなし
tour
てますけどね。
In fact,
than
Ravi
this
only
game
started
again.
practicing just yesterday, and as you can see, he's already gotten quite good.
さて、覚えておられる方もあると思いますけれども、2年前に僕はここでオーケストラの指揮をしました。
I'm sure some here in the audience this morning remember, but 2 years ago on this stage, I conducted an orchestra.
なんかインターネットではこう下手とか言われたんですけどね。
Many of you on the internet said I was pretty bad.
I
でこ
remember
のオー
what
ケス
you
トラのゲー
said.
ムもね、その他にこうハンドベルのゲームとか、それから音を当てるゲームとか、いろんなゲームと一緒にこの Wii ミュージックの中に入っています。
So we've included
And
in Wii Music
deliver
both this
a
orchestra
copy of
game
Wii
and
Music
some
as a
other modes, like a
curse.
handbell choir and some note matching games as well.
それからさっき演奏を評価するゲームじゃないって言ったんですけども、逆にミュージックビデオが作れるんですね。
And while I said earlier, Wii Music isn't a game that's going to evaluate your performance, what it will do is record videos of your performance.
Oh, that's right. It's
で
big
こ
into
のモードでは
music
なんか一人
videos.
で
That's
何
right.
役もこなした自分のミュージックビデオを作ることもできます。
And in fact, one player can play and record each individual part in a song and create their own unique music video.
じゃあそれでね、みんなで今日は演奏してみたいと思うんですけどね。
What do you? Can you look it up?
But
What
since we
did
have
Game
everyone here
Informer
this
give Wii
morning, I thought
Music?
it might be nice if
I'm
we
guessing
played a
Matt
song
Helgeson
for you.
reviewed it.
6人の編成バンドなんですけど、4人で演奏ができます。
Now the bands have 6 different parts, but you play with up to 4 players
I'm going to go with a
simultaneously.
それから
5.
今日は特別にダビーさんのドラムも入ってもらいましょう。
And for our special presentation this morning, Ravi will join us on the drums.
じゃあジャムの紹介をしてください。
Joining in the band will be Nintendo of America's Vice President of Corporate Affairs, Ms. Denise Kegler, on the marimba.
All right, Denise, the marimba
Along
queen.
with our all-star treehouse horn section.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Everybody ready?
ですか。あ、僕は何しようか
Don't
な。
do it. Can we?
Helgeson gave it a
タオル
3.
しか残ってない
Oh
です。
my
Looks like all that's
god.
left for me is the cowbell.
I want to go back in time. Forget killing Hitler. I just want to tell them, don't do this. Just walk off the stage right now, please.
All right.
Or I'd
Bring
say
the house
join
down,
me
guys.
in killing Hitler. Okay.
Okay. Okay. You can tell what it's supposed to be, I think.
I guess
So
that's a good
win,
start.
right? This is like, the video of like the elementary school playing the Jurassic Park theme
Yes,
song.
yes, yes. I love like trying to single it out and get something funky going.
Robbie Drums was the best one, man.
He's doing it. Mattress Wayne says, quick frustrated glance for Miyamoto down to his remote. Oh my god. Did it sound better in rehearsal?
I don't know.
Oh my god. No
What
recovery.
we've tried to do today, as Mr. Iwata said, is to look forward to a place where gamers are more engaged, more enriched, and even more enthused in their experiences.
And make us a little more
Consider
enriched,
the
if you know what I
possibilities.
mean.
Snowboarding on the Wii balance board. Yes, without injuring yourself.
We got it.
Using Wii Speak to talk live worldwide with friends as they arrive electronically in your Animal Crossing. Even using the new Wii Motion Plus as a sword to help your boss feel better about
This
himself.
is kind of a turning point for the Wii, right?
There's
It's
no
like, well,
question
everything with the word
that
Wii in it is
games
unstoppable.
can
And I feel like this is
and
the E3
will
where it's like,
engage us in
how about you
new
guys cool
and
a little
more
bit?
compelling ways.
Yeah, we like the Wii, but how
And
about you?
there
you know,
is only
about you
one
cool it?
place where high-profile games like Guitar Hero, Star Wars, Rayman, Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, and Spore can be found right alongside unique franchises like Pokemon, Animal Crossing, and now Wii Sports Resort and Wii Music.
God, I kind of want to go out and buy another Wii at this point.
Simply brings more smiles to more faces.
It's a weird gun pose for that smile.
To conclude, let's be honest.
Did you see that?
From the minute
that's not how you
DS
point to your
launched,
smile.
Bringing more
almost
smiles
from
to
the
more
moment
faces.
That Wii went on sale. We've all heard the same word, fad. Well, that was never a fact, even if it was a real hope for some people. I'm here today to tell you that fad is no longer operable. It's inevitable when the paradigm shifts.
He said it. He dropped the bomb.
Imitation is just
fad
around
is not
the corner.
operable.
Consequently, the only way to preserve your advantage is to create new advantages. If you positively disrupted an entertainment industry
Disrupting
so
the game,
well
that's what his book's all
that
about.
both current and new consumers all say, yeah, I like that, then the next challenge is to disrupt your own thinking. The fact is,
and the next challenge
that
is
Mr.
to
Iwata
do something
and Mr. Miyamoto
terrible
have built
to
a
bring them all
company
back down.
in
That's right.
perpetual pursuit
You can't disrupt
of
if
that
everyone's
one
enjoying it
thing,
already.
Smart.
the
Smart.
next advantage.
You got a Wii Music it.
That's right.
Not just the
pave the way for the
evolution
Switch.
in look, but
It's
the
genius.
revolution
It is.
in feel.
This week,
Oh.
you'll feel the next steps as Nintendo builds the next advantage
to keep you
Was this
smiling.
part coming out of your Wiimote speaker?
Thanks for your attention, and we look forward to seeing you over the next few days.
I'm here to tell you once and for all, fad is not operable. Well, there it is, everybody.
That's
E3
what humans
2008. Whew. From big ol' Nintendo. Thank you, Jeffem, for joining us on this journey.
What a journey it was.
What a beautiful journey it'll be. Be sure to subscribe to MinnMax's YouTube channel. We'll be doing reaction streams for the E3 press conferences coming up in early June, everybody. Get ready for all that fun stuff. And if you want us to keep watching E3 press conferences in the future, support us on Patreon and vote for it to happen, because we'll keep doing this for the rest of the time. Let us know what press conferences... Ow! Hang on, I banged my mic. Which ones you want us to do in the future? What the next one should be to put in the poll, because we've done Konami 2010. Everyone's demanding that one. We already did it. We did... You're right, it was a Ubisoft one last year, Jeffem. We did Mr. Caffeine.
Mr. Caffeine.
We did PlayStation 2015, which was great. So let us know what's next. All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time. Follow us on Twitch to watch it all live, please. Bye. If you thought, hey, this video wasn't bad, well, there's a whole lot more like it on MinnMax's YouTube channel. Please help us out by subscribing to our channel and checking out the MinnMax Show podcast, also available on your favorite podcast app. The best, most thorough discussion about games on the internet with the deepest dive. Our monthly community trivia show with prizes called Trivia Tower, and a whole lot more. Thanks so much for your support, everybody. All you gotta do is click that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it.